Morning, I'm back. Yes. I refreshed myself this morning. I did a little morning walk down the beach, took the babies out, brought them back in. Regular morning routine. It's supposed to rain today. I don't know. Definitely, I think they said like 30 or 40%, which could rain and might not. Who knows? But anyway, I want to talk about a couple little things. Number one, in continuance with what will happen when we don't have access to free parking. A lot of us seniors that are living this lifestyle, a lot of us don't have families or families that we could turn to. There's blood relatives, but that doesn't mean they're family. They're just blood relatives. So it's not going to be the easiest thing for a lot of us. I could always go to Arizona and stay with my son, but I don't want to do that because I do not like to be invasive. I don't like to. It's almost like I'm making somebody change their lifestyle for me, and I don't want to do that. I did not raise my kids so that they'd have to take care of me. I raised them to try to take care of themselves, which it doesn't always work out, but a lot of times it does. Anyway, I just, I'm really concerned about that being, like right here. I haven't heard nothing official yet, okay? But there's a chance that we will have to move or pay, and I can't afford to pay, not for any length of time, so I would move on. But what if the next place I move on to is no longer free? Something to think about, The National Forest, okay, that's government. They could change their mind anytime. They're not really concerned about the senior citizens' welfare. I guess a lot of times, I don't know this for a fact, but it's kind of like they're figuring, oh, well, they're old, and we don't need them anymore because they're not useful anymore. So that's their problem, not ours. And that's true. I don't care what anybody else says. That's the attitude. We are older. We don't have that much time left. So why be concerned about us? Let us fade away so that the young ones can continue. Well, we are useful. And we are educators. We educate the young people as to how to live life and what's ahead. And, our wisdom from age is very educational. I know that there has been times, and I'm 75, but there has been times when I've thought to myself, I should have asked my grandmother more. I should have tried to find out more what life was like then, because it probably would have helped me now. So, we got to listen to the older people, man. They have the wisdom. They've been there, done that, and paid the piper. The other thing I want to talk about is living this lifestyle, water source. You can get water in parks, city parks. Driving through a little town that has a playground or an area to rest on or recreational type area. A lot of times they have spigots. And, we can get water from that. That's free water. One thing also that I've learned is that you can go to the water company, and lots of times, like in in Arizona, in Congress, I believe it was $1. I'm not positive. I won't swear to that. But I think it was $1, and you could get up to 40 gallons of water. So, well, I wasn't going to carry 40 gallons of water. But I had like about 8 gallons. And that's cheaper to get it that way than it is to go and pay 25 cents for a gallon or 35 cents for a gallon, or go in the store and pay $1 or more for a gallon of water. That's a lot cheaper. Restrooms, gas stations. You know, what I have is I have a smaller container that I can actually put under a spigot in the bathroom, fill that up, and then fill the other container up with that. Also, I don't get water from the hose that they have at gas stations to fill your radiator. I don't get water from that. I just do not feel comfortable with it. Even though I have a filtration system or pitcher with filtration, I don't get it from there. I don't know, there's just something eerie about it. And I don't know how deep they had stuck that spigot in. And yeah, you might clean the outside of the spigot, but what about what's inside? So I don't. I will not. You know, also, some of the national forests also have free water area where you could actually go get free water. If you know somebody in that town, you know, which really helps, maybe they'll let you get water. But there's many different ways of getting water. Having a filter, I think, is a must. I have one. And I didn't for a long time, but I do have one. I also have a little bottle with little pills that you put into the water to purify it. Hey, I got that. If anything, get a drop of Clorox and put in the water if you have some fears about it. Boiling your water is definitely, I boil my water anyway, no matter whether I'm cooking or making coffee or whatever. I always make sure it's boiling. But there's many ways of getting water free. And like here, the bathrooms. I go in the bathroom there and I get, here, this will fit underneath in the sink, underneath the spigot. So all I do is just put it in there, fill it up, and then I will fill up my larger ones with that. I'll just empty it into that. When I leave here, I'll make sure I have a lot of water. Always make sure when you leave one area that you have plenty of water, because the next area might not have that availability. There are spigots outside of service stations that you can ask permission to get water from. Churches. I have gone to churches and asked them if I could use their water spigot to get water. So see, there's many, many, many different ways of acquiring water free. Just letting y'all know. And also, you know, be aware that life is not always the same. Things change, and we have to prepare ourselves for any kind of change there is. We really need to prepare ourselves. Love y'all. Peace. Hugs. And don't forget, I know I never put it on there, but not anymore, but don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell for notification and comments. You know, share my video with others. And I really like the comments. Not that I always like them, but at least I appreciate what your feelings are. And it may even change my, my outlook on certain items or certain subjects. So peace, my friends. Love y'all.